So I thought long and hard about whether or not to make this video. And some of the stuff I'm going to say is going to be specific, but some of it is just in general. As some of you know, I have a lot of mental conditions. And I grew up with a mom who was diagnosed with narcissistic personality disorder. And my dad had major depressive disorder, maybe ADHD or autism or BPD, not 100%. He was never diagnosed with any of those things. And I've said in a previous video that when you suffer from mental illness and you don't do anything about it, you're not the only one suffering. Everyone around you suffers. In my case, when somebody's got the big feels, they're in meltdown mode or overwhelm, or they're just plain mad or in pain, I feel guilty. And I want to get rid of that guilt so bad that I have to fix it. I feel like it's my job. I have to fix it. I have to make everything okay. And when I fail, I feel ashamed. I wasn't enough. I was told today by somebody, I would rather unalive myself than talk about my feelings. And it's like, yeah, but you're like, when you clam up, when somebody knows you're struggling and you're like, I don't want to talk about it. And you can't be reasoned with. And they're just like, please let me in. I love you. I want to support you. I want to comfort you. I want to be your rock. Please don't push me away. As much as it feels foreign or bad, or you feel like you're stupid because of what's in here, because sometimes it's like, oh, I'm such a stupid girl. There are people in your life that if they're going to have that special connection with you, they want to be your mate. Those are the people that you let in. Those are the people you don't put a wall up for. The people who show up even when you're saying, leave me alone. Or, I hear you talking, but I stopped listening like 5 minutes ago. Now tell me that doesn't hit rejection sensitive dysphoria. When you're told, I don't know why you keep talking, I ain't even listening to you. It's like, oh, okay, that hurts. But when you love that person, you forgive them that. When you know that person does that, you forgive them that. But they've hurt you. And, there's a certain point where one of two things will happen when you put a wall between yourself and the person you want to spend the rest of your life with. Eventually, they're going to leave, or you're going to break them. You're just going to break them down. And when they leave, it's because you're hurting their mental health. And I understand people don't want to take the pills. People don't want to go to the therapy session where they feel like nothing's being accomplished. You have to know what you're struggling with. You have to be accountable for what you need help with. You need to be accountable for what you do. And there are things that we do that we don't always know that we do. Like, a therapist saying that I contradict myself a lot. I'm like, do I do that? I never notice, because they don't call me out on it immediately. If they called me out on it immediately, I might feel attacked. I'm not sure. But the person you're supposed to spend your life with, the person who you love and loves you, they should be your safe space. They should be somebody who you would tell things to that you would never say to anybody else. They're the person who you let in completely. And if you feel like you can't let them in because they're not safe, then it's not going to work. If you feel like you're going to run them off by saying how you feel, it's not going to work. But you have to try. You have to really see if the love is that strong. Sometimes clamming up hurts the relationship more than speaking, even if you feel like you would rather unalive yourself than talk about how you're feeling. That person may take that and say, I'm here for you. I will do something with this that you've given me. You don't have to carry it anymore. I got it. You know? Like they're going to carry that water that's spilled over or whatever. They're going to carry that pain. They may not put it into themselves. Let's hope that they don't, because that's not really healthy. But you handed it to them. And they have said, I'll take care of this for you. Now, if it's your heart, they keep it safe. If it's your anger and pain, they take note of it. And then they say, off you go to the wind. But you're not carrying it anymore. This shit gets heavy. Handing it to somebody who loves you to carry, they don't have to carry it forever like you do. They don't. Sometimes the simple act of speaking your feelings is the best therapy, even if you're just talking to yourself. Get it out of you. It is toxic. It is rot. Get it out of you. It doesn't have to be to a person. But really and truly, it has to come out. And as bad as you may feel when you clam up or you go off, it's the people around you who suffer more or as much. You know, and I'm so afraid that I might upset somebody with this, but this isn't just for them, because they're not alone in this world. There are other people who are doing the same thing, feeling the same way. They're not letting others get a chance to carry. Let them.